When I grow up, I want to be a top G and escape the Matrix. Oh, if only I could afford a Hustler's University subscription. Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. In this video I want to speak about human trafficking, the sex industry, art and touch upon the so-called self-proclaimed top G. I feel that as an artist I have a moral and creative responsibility to raise awareness to such a cause in the limelight of the current trending topic, being the self-proclaimed top G's innocence and the conspiracy of an Illuminati being a force in the matter. I don't have personal opinions or biases on the topic of the self-proclaimed top G regarding his current incarceration, as I stand by innocent until proven guilty. However, due to previous accusations in the UK and being involved in a shady business in which he has profited greatly from, I feel that I need to raise awareness and address areas that I personally feel are being overlooked in such a high-profile trending story. I'm presenting objective information to highlight realistically what should be the relevant trending topic. Anyone can fall victim to human trafficking and exploitation, but there are those who are ever more vulnerable. Human trafficking is the illegal trade and exploitation of human beings for various purposes, including forced labour, sexual exploitation and slavery. It is a global issue that affects millions of people, particularly women and children. It is considered to be a form of modern-day slavery, and it involves the buying and selling of people, often for financial gain. There's that age-old saying to sell your soul to the devil. Well, in this case, it's exploiting a human being to buy a Bugatti and to satisfy one's own personal ego in a world where financial success and ego is more important than love and compassion. Human trafficking involves various stages, including recruitment, transportation and exploitation. The first stage involves the recruitment of victims, which can be done through deception, coercion or force. Traffickers may use false job offers, promises of a better life or even abductions to lure victims into their control. The second stage is transportation, which involves moving the victims from one place to another. This can be done using various means, including air, sea or land transport. Often traffickers use false documentation or smuggle victims across borders. The final stage is exploitation, where the victims are forced to work or provide services against their will. However, manipulation can also be used. Exploitation can take various forms, including forced labour, sexual exploitation or domestic servitude. Victims may be subjected to physical and emotional abuse, threats or other forms of coercion to keep them under control. The causes of human trafficking are complex and multifaceted. Poverty, lack of education, political instability and gender inequality are all contributing factors. Victims of trafficking are often vulnerable populations, including migrants, refugees and those who are marginalised or discriminated against. The impact of human trafficking on individuals and communities is devastating. Victims may suffer from physical and emotional trauma, sexually transmitted infections, unwanted pregnancies and drug addiction, not to mention the psychological effects. I've really been scratching my head over all this recently, as Romania unfortunately has always been associated with the illicit sex industry, trafficking and international crime gangs. It's a shame really, as its beauty, culture and people really outshine the starker elements. However, we can't turn a blind eye to it either. Yes, this is a major issue in all countries, but with relevance to Europe and where the self-proclaimed top G is being apprehended, this issue cannot be ignored. Human trafficking and the sex industry really are major issues in Romania, with thousands of women and children falling victim to this trade each year. Romania is known to be a significant source country for trafficking victims within the European Union. The sex industry is the most common area of exploitation, with women and children forced into prostitution. webcam industry, massage parlours and on the street. Romania's legal framework criminalises all forms of trafficking, but the economy struggles to effectively prosecute those responsible. Additionally, social stigma and discrimination against sex workers create barriers to effective prevention and response measures. One of the reasons behind the prevalence of human trafficking in Romania is poverty. Many people, especially those in rural areas, are lured by the promise of well-paying jobs abroad, only to be trafficked once they arrive. This is often the case for women who are promised jobs, but end up being sold into the sex industry. Traffickers also prey on vulnerable children, who are often forced into begging or prostitution. Corruption is another factor that contributes to the prevalence of human trafficking in Romania. Some officials may turn a blind eye to trafficking or be complicit in it in exchange for bribes or other forms of illicit gain. This makes it difficult for law enforcement to effectively combat trafficking and protect victims. So, the self-proclaimed Top G is a current entrepreneur who has profited greatly from the webcam industry. The webcam business involves adult entertainment websites where performers interact with customers via webcam in exchange for payment. In 2017, the self-proclaimed Top G started a webcam company, which is a webcam platform that connects models with customers. The website claims to offer a higher payout to models compared to other webcam sites. The self-proclaimed Top G has also been a vocal advocate for the webcam industry, arguing that it is a legitimate form of work and that the performers are entrepreneurs who control their own destiny. However, the webcam industry has also been subject to criticism for its treatment of performers and issues of exploitation. Some performers have spoken out about being coerced or manipulated into performing acts they are not comfortable with, and the industry has also been associated with human trafficking and other illegal activities. So, to put things into perspective, Romania has a very dark side to it. The sex industry is primarily run by organised crime gangs. The webcam industry is very shady, and to be profiting greatly from that domain, particularly in Romania of all countries, there is most definitely some form of association. It doesn't take a genius to figure that one out. So today, websites such as OnlyFans to target a younger audience, forcing the sexualization of content on social media, with the reward being financial gain as opposed to one's own dignity. It's a sad day, but I feel that by any means possible, awareness should be raised, as I'm not exactly flabbergasted by one's wealth or fancy watch. I value a person's wealth based on how they interact with others and how they contribute to the well-being of humanity. So, to conclude, art has long been recognised as a powerful tool for social and political change, and human rights issues are no exception. Art can raise awareness, challenge dominant narratives, and inspire action, making it a valuable tool in the fight for human rights, and this is my small contribution for now towards the cause. Take care everyone, and I'll see yous in the next video. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the Illuminati. LOL.